Hey guys!
Hi,
You're listening to Not As We Planned, so get ready for honest, raw, unfiltered, unhinged story,
where we share our advice, opinions,
and talk about all the shit that people avoid discussing. We want to point out we are not qualified professionals, although I feel like I am one.
and what we say is the advice we would give to our besties.
Hi guys,
Hey
welcome back
guys.
to Not As We Planned.
Hope you're good. Hope you're.
What
day is it? Hope you've had a good week. You're having a good week.
And whenever you're listening to this, we hope it brings you some joy, some laughter, some kind of Don't forget to carry on writing in your emails. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And we could really do with some more positive only reviews on Apple. It honestly helps us so much.
5 stars only, guys. 5 stars only.
Let's have a little catch up. How's your week been?
I'm going to
here we
be
go.
honest. I don't really have anything to report. I'm trying to think if I've done anything remotely worthy of repeating. No? I'm good? Everything's good?
Oh, it's down to me, is it?
Do you know what? Did we actually ever speak about the kids? I don't actually think we ever spoke about the kids going back to school. 'Cause
No,
when we
'cause
filmed,
they hadn't gone back to school.
So like obviously like Rome started
Oh, God, yeah.
school,
Settled in all right?
like completely fine. To be honest, he was in the nursery before, so I don't actually think he's even
Not a
figured
big
out that it's a
transition.
difference.
Yeah.
because he was in 5 days a week
Yeah.
anyway. But there is just something about your youngest being in uniform when it's just slightly a bit big and like the shorts are sort of like 3/4 length
Flesh,
trousers
yeah.
and like it just breaks my heart. Like it, and also. Blake and Ivy now get to like pick him up from his classroom and bring him out, and I think
cute.
they think like they're really like
Big time.
old and yeah, it's cute.
Oh, well,
but
Milo finally went back to school.
Oh,
nursery
yeah.
yesterday.
yeah, oh god, that was a while, wasn't it?
what I mean,
But those settling in periods as well. Rome was like in for 45 minutes one day, 2 hours the
point?
next. It's
Throw
like
'em in
you
the
do
deep
realise
end.
like some people have jobs and
Yeah,
like
it's
need to
wild.
like yeah. Anyway, other than that, nada. You?
Wow. God, I feel like I've got a lot of catching up to do, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I'll start with like my gossip, and then we're going to lead into a question box that I put on my stories. Yeah, I might have had a first date. Going on. I did have a first date. Yeah, like it's interesting because I've decided like what do I and don't I speak about on here, but I don't want to hide stuff. Like it's not deep. It's the first date. It's someone I met on an app, and yeah, like obviously did my FaceTime, didn't I? 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know
that's what you do.
That's what I do, and was like very attracted, and just it's very refreshing speaking to someone who has got that emotional intelligence, and that's definitely the biggest thing that like I'm really enjoying at the moment, and having that depth, but also like yeah, it's like obviously very very early stages getting to know someone, but so first date, and he was like, I'll come to buy you, because he doesn't live the nearest, but we're
Oh.
but
okay.
no, but
I'm keeping my mouth
he's got
shut.
yeah, me too. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, he's got no kids. He's not been married. He's got his own house. Like he works for himself, so he is very flexible. And so he was like, "I'll come down your way." And bless him, he like researched stuff like near me. He was like, "I'm going to organise a date. I'm going to pick you up from your house." I've never had that before, and I know you've had I swear you like used to swear by it, right?
It wasn't that I used to swear by it. I just used to somehow get myself in situations where I'd
that
always
happened.
end up being.
Because I
in one
remember being like,
car.
"What?" Like he's picking you up. Anyway, he said to me, "I really want to pick you up from your house." I feel like we've been speaking a lot about like masculine energy and stuff, and he's very into like he's like that's what a man should do.
Gentleman.
He's like the bare minimum on the first date. I should be picking the girl up, and I thought, do you know what? I really like the effort.
By the way, you told me you share your pin with me, and you didn't.
I shared it with my other friend.
So.
No, I didn't want to
Ouch.
bother you. No, I didn't want to
Ouch,
bother you.
guys,
You had your
did you hear
kids.
that?
You had your kids. I thought if something happened, she ain't coming.
Yeah, I ain't
She
coming.
ain't coming. So
Someone else might be coming.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so he like organised his first date, but then I got offered tickets to go and see Tom Grennan on Saturday night, and I was like, oh, I feel really bad because I can't pie this guy off like when he's planned this date, but I really want to go and see him. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to ask if he wants to come with me, because I was offered 2 tickets. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. So he took me to this really cute like gardens near me that I'd never even heard of, and we were sat talking for hours. And then time just got on and we were suddenly in a rush to make it to Tom Grennan. And I wanted to get changed. I was like, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't feel comfortable you coming in my house. Do you mind going to Starbucks and coming back to get me? And he was really good. He was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll go get changed. I'll come and pick you up. And then...
Can you imagine if he never came back?
I mean, weird things have happened. It did go through my mind. But I could tell he was into me from our
Lucky
day.
escape. Quick, go to Starbucks.
Go. I could tell he was into me from our day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, quick change. Went to see Tom Grennan. And do you know what? It was watching music with someone's actually a really cool first date. I feel like 'cause you've got like...
I don't know if I'd be cringed
stuff.
out.
No, I wasn't cringed at all. Like, it was quite cool to just...
Like, were you seated or standing?
We had seats, but we were stood up the whole time.
Yeah, just like... Oh.
No, it
like,
wasn't...
you know, like, I feel like I'll start like mum clapping. Like, yeah.
I was doing like my little
Shimmy,
dance,
shimmy.
but I didn't really care. I had a drink, so I
don't
was
think,
a bit...
I don't think it's...
Well,
for me.
anyway, talk about funny stories. So I'm by the bar, we're having a drink, and like I look down, and I'm like, double take, and I'm like, my top is round my waist and my whole bra is just out, and I'm like, what the fuck? How long have I been stood here with my fucking tits out? I was wearing a brand new top from Zara. It had gold chains, and one of them had completely snapped, and I like couldn't even get it on. And I was just like, "Fuck!" And normally I don't wear a bra, so thank God.
Oh my God!
Because I'd have been stood there with my nipples hanging out. And I was
Maybe
just
then
like,
you would have noticed sooner because it would have been
Maybe.
cold.
I said to him, I was like, my top's just broken. And then I was like, could you fix it for me? And that kind of like broke the ice because I felt like he had to like touch me and like fixed my top. And it was just like, I feel like with stuff like that, you can either be really mortified or you just have to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
But it was really cute. And then like, yeah, it was just a really nice first date. I made like quite a few errors. I put us on 2 wrong trains and I was just a bit all like, he was like, you're quite chaotic, aren't you? I was like, yeah, I have been told that before. But it was a really cool first date. So yeah, just like putting myself out there again. So that was that.
I'm here for this.
And then, so funny story. So the day before the date,
Why do I not know what you're going? Oh, fine.
You do know what I'm going to say. I shared it on my stories, but basically, I've been messaging in Theo's class chat because I can't remember. That chat was open, but then the guy I was going on a date with, we voice note each other. And we were just talking about the date, and I was saying how like I wanted a change of outfits and stuff because we're going from. He didn't tell me what we were doing in the day tonight. He's like, but I think you'll probably want to get changed. And anyway, so I sent this voice note, which I think was to the guy I'm going on a date with, saying, I was just about to get in the bath. Don't think of me naked.
I am.
And
I feel unwell.
saying how, like, yeah, like, I want to get changed. You know, I'm going to want to look all sexy. And anyway, so carry on, like, the voice noting. And then I get a call as I'm about to get in the bath from someone in Theo's class, one of the mums from school. And I'm like, why is Louie calling me on a Friday night? Like, my kids are with their dad. Like, what? I pick up. I was like, you all right, babe? And she's like, Carly, you've sent that voice note. You sent that voice note in the class chat. You might want to delete it. I'm like, how much did you listen to? She's like, I know you're going to wear something sexy. I was like... I was like, oh, good Lord. So I go in the chat and I'm like, quick, delete. And then like a couple of the other mums are doing, happens to the best of us. They did like crime and laugh face.
God,
I was
I'm
like,
mortified.
fuck my life. And I feel like I am the entertainment of that class because I feel like they're all like married and with people.
Boring.
And I feel like I'm like the one who's like clearly sending sexy messages. But anyway, so.
Do you know what? They're probably all slightly like gel.
Yeah. It did. I was... Like I was absolutely mortified. Anyway, whatever. Go for my bath where I was naked. I can confirm. It's my night without the kids, so I get out. Like I am one of those people that walks around my house naked. Who doesn't? Right?
Yeah.
Right. Good.
And apparently, according to my boyfriend, my house is like a fishbowl because every single room that I've got upstairs is double aspects. I've got a window with like double windows.
Yeah.
And I'm on a main road.
I mean, you know my big glass thing at the front. Like,
yeah.
There was definitely... Anyway, point was I was in my room, which faces onto the back, which is just backs onto fields, right? But I've got a big floor-to-ceiling window. And it's not a problem because it backs onto field. So I'm just having a great time, like brushing my hair. I've got the music on. I'm just, do you know what? I'm just in my happy go era, just like taking my time. Just had an everything bath, you know. I'm chill. And I look out my window, and no joke, there's a tractor driving towards me, and our eyes are looking at each other, and I'm just fucking stood there. I've just exfoliated all my tan off. I'm stood there like Casper the Ghost. And I'm like, I don't know what to do now. And he's just staring at me. I'm like, cool. Anyway, so I'm like dying that this farmer has seen me naked. And he kept driving back down to the window. And so I put that on my story. I was like, fucking hell, this embarrassing stuff happened. Then obviously on the date, my top broke. And I was just like, why is this my life? But I put on my stories a question box. And I was like, tell me the most embarrassing thing you've ever messaged to the wrong person. And they are gold dust. I'm going to share some of the ones I put on my story first because they're definitely just, honestly, right. So, a mum once posted a picture of her vagina on the football WhatsApp group.
Oh my God.
Meant for one of the coaches who was not her husband.
Oh,
Can you imagine? I just can't. Right. Are you ready?
No.
I sent a semi-nude to a group chat. Me, my mum, and my dad.
Oh, no, not the dad.
I would have to get a flight out of there.
Oh. Oh.
Took bra fit pics for a fit check and sent them to my mother-in-law. Have a nipple. Sent the plumber Nick a booby pic instead of my ex-husband at the time husband.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine doing it to like someone who's coming to this one's brilliant. I text my boss, free for anal. I meant it to say, are you free for a call?
Oh.
Absolutely awful.
Free for anal.
Can you imagine if his wife found it? Sent my dad a text meant for my boyfriend telling him all the dirty things I was going to do to him.
No.
Fuck my life.
No.
I could not.
No.
No, this one's bad. One of the mums sent in a voice note of her and her husband having sex to a class group chat.
It's class group chats.
It's the class group chat.
It's
giving me
such
anxiety. Honestly, do you know how careful I've been like this week? Like, check.
What you mean when you're sending your nudes?
I'm not sending nudes. I'm not that kind of girl.
This is bad. My mate sent a voice note bitching about another mate, but sent it into the group chat.
Oh, that cuts deep.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to be so careful, guys. You've got to be so careful. You know what's the worst? When you're like on a picture or something and you're forwarding it.
Yeah.
Rather than on the chat first.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to check.
Oh my God. My father-in-law came to my flat and I shouted because I thought it was my boyfriend, I'm in here. He came in and I was fake tanning fully naked. Why is your father-in-law just walking into your house though?
No, I
It's giving no boundaries. Oh my God. Wanted to send a message to my bestie about sex with my new boyfriend, but by mistake I sent it to my mum. I'm not as
with
uncomfortable with my mum.
I'd style it out and just be like, whoops, that wasn't meant for you, obviously.
Yeah, I'd be like, at least I'm having a good time.
When dads are involved,
no, it's just not
like,
okay.
It's just not okay. I feel like if I imagine sending a dirty message to your dad, I think I would leave the country.
Oh my God, I sent spicy pictures to my boyfriend. He had them on his phone and gave his dad his phone for when he upgraded, and they were still on there.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Oh, hidden folder. Get them in the hidden folder. Sent my boss an I love you, obviously not meant for him. He was very confused when I walked in and he said I love you
Yeah,
too.
I was going to say, imagine if you wrote back I love you too.
And that's only when the penny dropped. I'd be so confused. I sent a screenshot of my ex in the bath, everything visible, to my granddad.
Sorry about those floating balls.
Oh, God.
Is that a loofah?
Hold on, someone sent like loads in one. I'm the deputy head at school. Our nursery teacher sent a message to announce the birth of her baby. You know the sort, baby born this morning, £8.6. He's the most beautiful boy in the world. I was so busy, so just wanted to text back saying yay and then follow up with a proper congratulations when school had finished. But it also corrected to gay, and it sat there in the group until 3:15. And I'd be like, you're so rude.
That's really tickled me.
But it's in big cap because she wanted to put yay in big capitals. It's just like gay in big capitals. And then she put my friend also once messaging a guy from a dating app when he asked her about her new puppy. She was telling him how tiny and cute it was, and she wrote, he's adorable, so small he can fit inside my vag, but it meant to write back. And then they never met. This is not helping my head. It can fit in my vag.
I can't breathe.
Oh my god.
I know, just this is giving me life. It's everything I didn't know I needed. Oh my god, there's so many, honestly. Oh god. Oh god. My mother once got home from a date and texted her friend saying it was the worst date she's ever been on, and said some awful thing he did, and she texted the date.
Oh no.
He then texted her a load of abuse and stalked her for a few months. Oh my god.
Oh god. They've tickled
I
me.
posted a naked selfie on my Snapchat story instead of to the person and wanted to die.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Oh god. Not me, but a friend accidentally sent a voice note to a guy she was seeing, mocking the way his voice sounded.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
I messaged my then boyfriend a rant about him being shit and me considering leaving him that I meant to send to my mum.
Ooh.
Emailing a lad at work I was seeing by accident saying how shit in bed he was.
Oh no.
God, there's lots of those. Sent a photo to my fiance's granny on a girls' weekend with my tits out pumping milk.
What? Well, at least it was like for a good reason.
Yeah, exactly. My ex's dad once sent me a naked picture of himself and he was away. My ex and I were together. The dad sent her a picture.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So, talking of embarrassing stuff.
You haven't told me this, have
No,
you?
something happened to me. It's not, embarrassing's not the right word. It's mortifying. Okay, I actually think it might be worse than anything that we've read.
Okay.
Something happened to me on the weekend.
What?
Didn't know whether to share this or not because I don't want to be judged, but I feel like a lot of us have probably been there or will be there at some point in our life. Let me set the scene, okay? I haven't told Kylie this because I wanted to get her like proper reaction
She
live.
just says something awful's happened.
It's the weekend. I'm at my house
Okay.
with my boyfriend and all 6 children, okay?
Okay.
Okay. They're downstairs.
Oh no, they've walked in here.
And they're all eating McDonald's. We thought, like, okay, so we hadn't seen each other for the whole week, okay? We all got together in the morning and then we went straight to the zoo. We're quite, like, handsy and very, like he was literally like, can't keep my hands off of you, like, touchy-feely the whole day. Not inappropriately at the zoo in front of kids, by the way, just putting it out there. Anyway, like, by the time we get
Not
back
behind
and
the
we give them McDonald's, we sort of feel like, they're eating, there's 6 of them downstairs, there's a 15-year-old kid, like he can look after them. We disappear upstairs and
No.
he put the door stop
Oh, from behind.
behind, so like, it can't open.
Yeah.
So we start doing stuff and then I hear a kid calling. So I'm like, fuck's sake. So I get up, I open the door. I'm like, yeah. And it's like some stupid, like, my picture broke. It was Blake. And I was like, don't worry about it. Go downstairs. Put the door stop back. 5 minutes later, another call. I'm like, for fuck's sake. I get up, open the door. I'm like, yeah. Ivy, I've got ketchup on my top. I'm like,
Cool.
don't worry about it.
Wash.
Go and eat. And I think just from like being like flustered, I forgot to put the door stop back.
Don't.
Blake walked in on us having sex.
No.
The worst part about
No.
it, we didn't realise until we had finished and gone downstairs that he was talking about what he saw.
No. 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 What did he say?
He said that he saw my boyfriend's bottom. And then my boyfriend had to explain that he was fixing my bed and I was doing press ups on the bed.
No, make it stop.
And then,
No.
and then to make it worse, I had to call their dad to let him know because I felt like...
No.
I felt like
No.
I can't have my son tell his dad the next time he sees him that he saw my boyfriend's arse. So I had to call him and say, I'm really sorry. But Blake may have seen...
I don't want to know what was happening. I think I'm a bit traumatised. Why are you doing press ups?
I'm trying to stay fit while he's fixing my bed.
Oh my God, I feel
No,
unwell.
but I was really upset because I don't want to traumatise my child.
Too late.
He hasn't spoken about it since, and he
Trust me, seeing things like
he
that
still
stays
seems
with you.
really happy. I'm probably
Is your
going to
bed
get
fixed?
yeah. But it was just so mortifying that I had to call my ex and be like, I'm really sorry. Blake walked in on me and James and he didn't see anything too graphic. To be honest, he just saw the back of him standing naked.
I mean, it's fucking ballsy of you to do that. I won't lie, especially after a couple of disturbances. I would have lost my zone.
It'd been a week. And
I know, but I would have done later or...
there's something else that I was... No, actually, I'm oversharing.
Don't overshare.
I'm not oversharing.
God.
Anyway, please don't judge me. I think everyone is guilty of their kids walking in at some point to
I've
them
not
having
experienced
sex.
that yet.
Well, neither had I, and my kids are nearly 8, so you've got a few years.
And I need a man.
And that.
That normally involves someone else.
So yeah, that was my really mortifying
good Lord.
experience. I have definitely learned I'm going to get a lock on my door, and I will try my best.
I have a lock on my door.
Only have sex in
Had
the
to get a lock
evenings.
put on my door for
But
other
can I
reasons,
just
though.
quickly, just to like maybe justify my actions, because some people would be like, "Why are you doing it when the kids are downstairs? It's the middle of the day." We all have needs. However, my kids sometimes walk into my room in the night, so like it could have also been nighttime.
You just need to get a lock on your door. I have a lock on my door.
Okay, I'm going to get a lock on my door. Anyone want to come and help me put a lock on my door?
That my ex-boyfriend put a lock on my door. That was handy.
Do you want to put a lock on my door?
I don't know how to do it.
Ex-boyfriend? If you're still listening, if you're still here.
I highly doubt it.
Anyway, so, should we get into emails?
I feel a bit unwell, to be honest. I can't
I'm still
breathe.
laughing about that little puppy being put in her vag.
I'm a bit hot and sweaty now, won't I? Okay. Will I ever trust anyone again? Hi, beautiful ladies. I want to start off by saying how you have and still are helping me through the hard time I've had recently. I've just joined Patreon, so listening every minute I can to catch up.
Love that.
One of my besties told me to listen to you girls. You've got a good bestie. So I thought I would give it a go after I was left heartbroken in June 2024. And you girls really are helping me to heal, even though I know I still have work to do on myself. Here we go. I met my now ex back in 2020, just as we were coming out of lockdown, on a dating app, and we connected straight away. We met after lockdown and hit it off at first sight. I started seeing him every other weekend, as I wasn't ready for him to meet my kids so soon, and we soon became girlfriend, boyfriend. At the time, he told me he hadn't long moved back to his parents. Red flag, I know. After his marriage had ended due to his ex-wife cheating. He told me this happened at the beginning of lockdown, but he stayed living in his home with his ex-wife, and kids, as he couldn't risk moving in with his parents because of the pandemic. So I started talking to him at the end of October, and he said he had moved back to his parents at the beginning of October. I kind of thought it was a bit quick, him moving to his parents, being on a dating app, but kind of believed that he had split with his ex at the beginning of lockdown. I just took his word for it.
Famous last words.
Anyway, moving on, we got together and things were so great, apart from his ex-wife kept messaging me about him being bad news, etc. He told me she's just being difficult, and certain things he said, I really did think that. Anyway, we stayed together and grew happier, and then came the divorce papers she sent him to sign, and she had blamed me for the breakup. I argued this with my then boyfriend, but he just kept saying, I'm just going to sign it and accept so we can move on faster. I was so angry he'd agreed this, especially when I had not got with him when he was with her. She had been the cheat, or so he said.
Oh, God.
Anyway, he put my mind at rest, not to worry, and that now she was out of our life, it would just be about moving forwards. Well, I just should have seen all the red flags, and I didn't. And now I just feel so stupid. Things were just so strange in the relationship. His sister hated me, and I had no idea why, as I'd only met her once at Legoland for like 20 minutes. His parents hated me. Everything we did with all our kids, he has 3, I have 2, would get back to his ex, and of course, arguments. So I stopped having the kids over mine, as I just didn't want the hassle. I loved this man and just wanted to be with him forever, so did anything for an easy life. Another time, I really should have seen the red flag. I got invited to his family's house and then uninvited, as his dad apparently had something he had to tell the family, and I wasn't family. I later found out the dad lied, saying he had cancer just so I didn't go there.
What?
Because the sister didn't want me there. It's a bit of a disgusting thing to lie about. Trigger. It was horrendous, but yet again, my then boyfriend talked me round and I just got on with it. So never seeing his family or his children, we lived together for a year, and he'd go back to his parents to have his kids every other weekend.
Wow, you lived together for a year and didn't
Like
see his
that.
kids.
He started making out I was in love with my ex-husband, my kid's dad, and it's been over 10 years I was with my ex-husband, and we just got on as friends now. He has a lovely girlfriend who I absolutely trust around my kids. Anyway, he didn't want him in my house, wasn't allowed in even on kids' birthdays, and he even got the hump because his girlfriend ended up in hospital for a week, so I looked after their puppy. I did this because my children had asked me to, and it was their puppy too. Anyway, it wasn't all right for me to have any healthy relationship with my kid's dad, but I found out he was doing all the things my ex-husband wasn't allowed. So going into his ex-wife's house on birthdays, even going out for dinner as a family one time, and the list goes on. How is this okay for him but not for me? It's not one rule for him and one
Double
for me.
standards.
Yeah. Anyway, I told him he crossed boundaries and that I was done with it. I threw him out and haven't seen him since.
Oh,
and this
wow.
was June 2024. I didn't hear from him until my birthday in August when he texted me. We started arguing and he told me he never wanted to split up and I was basically his everything. Next thing I find out, he's with a girl in September. Has his initials tattooed on her, where he wanted to get my name and my kids' names. Sorry, has her initials tattooed on him. And they're also engaged.
What?
I feel like he'd already lined this girl up, maybe seeing her before we'd even split.
100%.
And then the next thing I find out, the reason his family absolutely hate me. So he was still happily married when he started talking to me on the dating app. The wife never cheated, but now I am the homewrecker.
What I don't understand is why did the wife message her saying like, why didn't she just say
That
like
was
we're
after.
married?
Yeah,
No,
but
she
she
messaged
obviously
him
didn't.
being like, he's messing you. He's going to mess you around.
But maybe that's after she'd already known it was going on. I never knew this. I'd never do this to anyone. I'm such a girl's girl and would never have even entertained him into my life knowing he was happily married. I mean, I don't think he was happily married if he's having an affair, but married.
She might have been.
Yeah. Well,
blissfully.
unaware.
Yeah.
No wonder his family hated me. Anyway, 8 months on, and I'm still trying to heal and get over this man who I thought was my soulmate and my forever. And all his words over the years definitely meant nothing to him. Because if he absolutely loved me, how could he have done all of this? And how could he have moved on so fast? Yeah. I know I have had a lucky escape, but I don't think I can ever trust what anyone ever says, especially when he had to heal my broken heart from someone else. He knows all my secrets, and I shared so much with this man. I opened up to him in the 3.5 years we were together. How will I ever do that again? I'm so sorry for the long email. Please keep me anonymous, although I hope that the girlfriend listens to this and knows what a scumbag her boyfriend really is. I was messaged back in 2021 saying this man had skeletons in his closet and was told by him that it was just his ex-wife playing with my head. I never found out who it was, but they were so right. He will use you for your home and your money. I have no hate against her, as she has probably been told I'm the crazy one. I just hope karma gets him, but she doesn't end up hurt like I am. My kids are all that keep me going now. I love you girls, and thank you for helping my head at this really hard time. Keep being you. I've attached a screenshot of the message I received back in 2021. The guy you're in a relationship with is bad news. Be careful. A lot of skeletons there, but sure he will show his true colours soon enough. And she's just signed it off with an L. And they then sent a picture of them two back.
Let me see.
Someone jealous is loving me and not you.
Do you know what? You know how you said you don't know how you'll ever open up and trust someone again? What you need to do is you need to really reflect on what you've just been through and learn from it. Because if you learn from that, there are so many things that you ignored that you shouldn't have. That's not going to happen again because you're going to be more vigilant. You're going to be more aware. Getting something like that, people don't just make shit up like that. Like, they don't. And I can understand, like, a message like that would be really triggering for me because as I've mentioned quite a lot, I experienced quite a lot of messages in my DMs from fake accounts with my ex-husband. And although I guess it was never enough to end a relationship because of a random message, mine were from fake accounts. I didn't have anyone to speak to. You chose to ignore that girl without maybe trying to have a conversation with her. You then chose to ignore the ex-wife. There are a lot of things, like we spoke about in the other episode, about red flags that you've ignored. You need to do the work to make sure that you don't ignore them again, and then it won't happen.
Because then you're going to attract the right kind of person in who you can trust.
Yeah.
Like, there are good people out there. And this is something I'm quite passionate about at the moment. Is like, I think it's very easy when you have had negative life experiences with men or women, whatever your sexual preference is, in a relationship where trust has been broken and you've just questioned everything and it's left you in a really negative place where you've got a lot of healing to do. But like Tash said, it's all about what you can learn from it and making sure you're not going to make the same mistakes again. Like, I feel this time around, like, I'm so clear on, like, even like the last person I was seeing, like, not that I feel disappointed in myself for ignoring them, but I feel like I was quite open-minded to being like, is this something I can work with? But like, every experience is a learning curve. You're going to figure out, like, this is where my boundaries are with this. This is where my boundaries are with this. This, actually, I thought I was open to this, but it's not actually working for me. And you'll know when you can trust someone. And look, you'll never 100% be able to trust someone, in my opinion. There's always external factors. There's always temptations that, you know, they're always going to come into contact with the opposite sex in some regard in their life. And you do have to trust someone. Like, that is a bare minimum. But your intuition will kick in when that's right. Like, I was you. I thought I would never be able to trust anyone again. But I was in a relationship that didn't work out. But I had trust. I trusted him. And I think for me, that's why I needed to experience that relationship, to show me it's not about I can't trust men. It's I can't trust certain individuals who show me these characteristics.
And aren't trustworthy. Yeah, I remember saying that before. Like, it wasn't that I had trust issues. I just tried to put trust in the wrong person. And that's what both our ex-boyfriends taught us, is that trust is something that you can have again. Absolutely. After being treated like shit. And yeah, just be vigilant and don't ignore it next time.
I agree.
So this is called My Not So Happy Ever After. Hi, bit of a long one, but there's a lot to tell. Buckle up. To paint a picture, me and my husband were together for nearly 15 years, married for 12, 2 children. Rewind to last year, out of the blue, I find a message on his iWatch signing up to a gay website.
Oh.
Of course I confronted him, but of course I got shut down and made to believe that it was nothing and that he didn't know how he got on there. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Oh, gay website.
Oh, password.
Like, what? Oh, dear. How did I
Oh, yeah, actually, now I think about it, I have accidentally signed up to a few gay websites.
Yeah, fair.
And swingers.
Valid.
But I don't remember.
No, how did I get here? Where am I? So I believed him and put it to the back of my mind. Fast forward to the beginning of this year, just a few things started to change. He started to change. I knew something was up. My gut was telling me something was going on and I couldn't shift that feeling.
Oh.
A few things occurred, which of course, once again, I was made to believe it was all in my head and nothing was going on. But like I said, I knew in my gut something wasn't right and there is always something to trust with your gut. Mm-hmm. So I set up a fake account on this gay website that he didn't sign up to last year.
I fucking love how women's brains work.
Yeah, I wish I did shit like this.
Same.
If I had this podcast to listen to when I was in my marriage,
I'd be a sneaky motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd be like a fucking PI. I was suspicious of this one account, thinking it could be him. And out of the thousands of people on that site, he ultimately ended up messaging me, his own wife.
No.
Oh, God, I just got goosebumps everywhere.
You were meant
In a
to
way,
find out.
I thought, well, if he was talking to me, he wouldn't be talking to anyone else. Crazy, I know. He told me he was married, so needed to be discreet, and that he was looking for some sort of secret, regular relationship.
I feel unwell. Oh, fucking
He had a secret Snapchat, the lot. It eventually all came out and we separated. Within 2 months, he's now in a relationship with a man. I just felt our whole marriage was a lie and something I don't feel I will ever get over. Thank you for reading. I know this isn't obviously going to make you feel any better, but at least he's now with a man rather than continuing to live a lie. But I can't even imagine how that must make you feel, that like your relationship wasn't what you thought it was because he's obviously gay. And I can't, we can't obviously talk from experience. I'd almost be so intrigued to have a guest on here that is a single dad that went from being with a woman and he was gay, because I don't think that doesn't mean that he didn't love you. Like, he
but
was
like
obviously
even the fact
just,
he was attracted to you, like on that website, like drawn to you, that's weird. And it's weird because I can look at this from two perspectives. Like, I feel sad that people can't freely be themselves, and he couldn't have owned that earlier on and just been okay with who he was. And maybe he didn't know who he was until, you know, he was years down the line. You know, I've got friends, not friends anymore, but I grew up with someone, I was friends with a girl, she had a brother, the parents divorced, and he was gay, and he's so much happier. And I do think it was a lot more of our parents' generation where it wasn't as accepted. But I can't imagine being on the receiving end of finding out that my partner isn't interested in men. I don't know if it makes it easier or harder to be like, it's not me, it's just not interested in women.
I don't know, like, but part equally, of me, I don't know if this is if people will be offended by this who have been through it, so I'm apologising in advance if this is offensive, because I'm just saying what is in my head right now. But sometimes I used to think I would rather my ex have, like, if he cheated on me, to cheat on me with a man, like you said, then it's like, it's not about me, it's the fact that he...
But that's still our ego, isn't it? Like, it's not even about that. It shouldn't be about me.
And would
like,
you rather them cheat on another woman?
And your feelings are valid. Like, you dedicated your life to this man, you married him, you had this expectation, and you have to mourn the loss of that life you thought you would have. I don't even know where to start, and I just want to say, like, I'm so sorry, like, you've gone through that, but well done for, like, following that gut instinct, because I really do think something is to be said about the gut instinct we get, particularly as women, when we
Yeah.
just know something isn't right.
And I also just think, take the other stories that we hear, albeit they are different situations. So many people email us saying, like, I don't know how I'm ever going to get over it. We do. Like, you've got to do the work, give yourself time, give yourself that credit as well to sort of like sit in that and realise that your feelings are definitely valid. Okay, so we're going to do our new segment. We're going to be doing a debate. One of us is going to be the man, one of us is going to be the woman, and the debate is that the man thinks that he should have the kids 50-50 and the woman thinks that is too much of a split. Who do you want to be?
Don't mind.
Okay. I'm going straight in then. Are you ready?
Well, who are you, Annie?
I don't know yet. I'm just going to go with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm the woman.
Okay.
I don't understand why you think you should have 50-50 when you're barely around anyway.
Because they're 50% my sperm.
Oh, she went there.
She went there.
How are you even going to manage it? You're at work all the time. You had no time for us anyway. Now, all of a sudden, once I'm not around, you're suddenly going to find this time where you can have them 50% of the time. What is the point in you having them 50% of the time when they're so used to me, when you're probably just going to lumber them with your parents anyway?
It doesn't matter if they're with me. It's my time. I can give them to who I want. Like,
Do you not think that we should be thinking about the kids, though, and actually ask them what they want? Because I'm sure that they'd rather be with me than be put in... I don't know. What is it you're even going to do with them when you're at work?
I'll put them into clubs. I'll put them into clubs and, like, enrich them with all different stuff so they're sick at, like, sports.
Stop trying to live through our children just because you didn't become a professional footballer because you hurt your knee.
So I feel like it's better.
End debate.
Debate.
I won.
Vicariously.
Okay, guys, so product of the week. If you guys have been seeing my stories and watching my Instagram, if you're not, then I don't know where you've been. I have been using Space Goods now for 4 or 5 months, maybe a bit longer. So this one that I'm holding at the moment, this is the rainbow dust. This is my favorite one. This is almost like an alternative to coffee. I feel like we are quite similar with the brain fog, the procrastinating,
What?
the no energy.
What?
And I actually have little sachets. I took them on holiday with me and they do have quite a lot of flavours. I gave Carly one.
I'm struggling so much, like particularly getting back into routine with like lack of energy, like just feeling bleh. And like it's no secret I am a coffee addict as well. It's not the best. So Tash gave me a sachet and I thought, well, I'll try it. And I was actually really, really surprised. And like I thought it'd be something it would be more like noticeable over time, but I really noticed the difference.
Right,
The day you gave it, I was like, I think I might need this.
Yeah.
But even like I thought about adding it into like smoothies and stuff. And
Yeah, so I have the chocolate flavour. I sometimes do with hot water and make it a bit like a hot chocolate because I like having my hot chocolate before bed. And then you can also, when I was on holiday, I did it with ice and milk.
Oh, cute.
So yeah,
Like
there
a
are
chocolate
loads
milk,
of ways. And what I think is good about it, and you can probably appreciate this, is sometimes with coffee you get that sort of like
crash.
yeah, and you don't get that
Yeah.
with this. So I feel like it makes me super productive. They also now have a new glow dust, which is a collagen. And I feel like having something that tastes good rather than tablets and trying to keep up with all the capsules. And I need to take this one and this one. This is actually really, really good.
So it's a powder as well that you can just add into the shake.
Yes, make it like a tasty drink. So they've got loads of different flavours if you go and check it out. The starter kit is only £29, but with our code, which is NAWP, NAWP in capital letters, you will get a further discount. The starter kit includes the full pack of the Space Goods product with a whisk, the spoon, and then like a cute cup that it comes with.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm excited to try the glow dust as well.
So when we start looking more glowing, you're like, oh my God, are these girls like aging back in time? You're going to know why.
Yeah, that is,
They're
it's
getting
from our
younger.
Space Goods.
Benjamin
so
Button.
make sure you go and try it out, use our code. So perfect product of the week. And I'm loving the colour of this.
I know. Can we just sit it on our table?
It's
I
going
feel like
with the aesthetics, isn't it?
it goes with the set.
Right, should we do a affirmation of the week?
Thinking back to our stories.
I feel like it's not... Try your best not to take other people's actions personally. Like, let them do what they need to do. It's not a reflection on you, and you need to do the work on yourself enough to know that you are worthy of better things if they're not able to show up.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Amen. Thank you so much, guys, for listening.
Keep listening, keep writing in, and we love you so much.
Love you. Bye.